Hello, editor of Assault on Everyone's Safety. I have a question for you. Are you feeling lucky? Well, are you? After reading after reading Assault on Everyone's Safety, I decided I had a few opinions of my own that I felt I needed to voice to you by me. I'm going to explain to you first why I believe your main argument of your editorial was not a valid argument. Then why comparing the Arizona massacre to why gun control laws need to be stricter is an unrealistic argument. And last, why I just do not believe in gun control. Although I understand, author, why you wrote the editorial and where you're coming from with your main argument, which was that Congress has the ability, the moral obligation as leaders of our country to enforce gun control, I highly disagree. Why, you may ask? Well, first off, as an American citizen born and bred, it's my constitutional right to own a gun. The Second Amendment of the Bill of Rights allows me to have that right. The right is called the right to bear arms. This document is a pledge of allegiance to this country. Those signatures on the bottom of that document are signed by our forefathers who risked their lives to come to a new world to be free, to have freedom to choose, to have freedom to pass down to their descendants, generation to generation, all the way till it reaches us, you and I. We are who they wrote that document for. We are who they wanted to have freedoms for. To disregard the Second Amendment is invalid and un-American. Have some respect. The Bill of Rights was not written in pencil. It was written in ink. Stop trying to erase something that is unerasable. The second problem I have with this editorial is how you try to use what happened in Arizona as a realistic argument for why gun control laws need to be stricter. Justin Loeffner and the tragedies he's responsible for are in fact tragedies. That is true. But the difference between a person possessing a gun and killing someone with a gun is the understanding that that's what a gun can do. Do you really believe gun control would have prevented Justin Loeffner from being crazy? No, author, guess what? The guy was already crazy. Maybe blaming the minimum requirements for being able to own a handgun makes you feel like a citizen of this country, but it doesn't change the fact that regardless to whether or not Justin Loeffner was able to have access to a gun, not wouldn't change that he was obviously mentally unstable. You know, maybe those people would still be alive, maybe not. Maybe he would have just found a different and more creative way to do the exact thing that he already did. Point being, he's a homicidal maniac. If anything, it's not our gun control laws we should be questioning. We should be focused on the mental health profession. You know, they're the ones who kind of dropped the ball here. How many years do you think that kid went through school, you know, maybe passed a counselor in the hallway, didn't even talk to one, and not even one, didn't ever question maybe, just maybe this kid's a little off, you know, maybe so. I mean, I know that when I was growing up, I spoke to counselors at school, didn't you? Lastly, I honestly straight up do not believe in gun control. My opinion, yes, but if I'm an American and I fit the required requirements to legally own a gun, then let me own a gun. That's just how it should be. We're not in 1940 communist Nazi Germany, okay? We're in the 21st century in US of A. And according to the Washington Post, FBI has actually said that for the past 3 consecutive years, the violent crime rate in America has steadily declined. So even naming your article assault on everyone's safety is a little dramatic. I mean, give your peers or fellow Americans a little bit more credit. We'll be okay. In closing, I'd like to tell you that yeah, insult on everyone's safety is an editorial based on, gun control. But you're forgetting as the author that about the Second Amendment, that without regardless of what Justin Lofner did, there's going to be crazy people in this world. That's just gonna how it's just gonna be. And that there are people out there like myself who just do not believe in gun control. Guns aren't the problem. Gun control is bad. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. Okay?